The final week of the NFL preseason often serves as a crucial dress rehearsal for teams as they make their final preparations for the regular season. The matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 3 of the 2024 preseason provided valuable insights into both teams' strengths, weaknesses, and potential strategies for the upcoming season. This game was particularly significant as it offered a last chance for players on the bubble to make their case for a roster spot. Roster battle intensifies, quarterback performances, rookie standouts, special teams impact, defensive playmakers, first half analysis, Chiefs offensive start. The Chiefs offense, led by backup quarterback Shane Buechele, showed promise early in the game. Buechele demonstrated good mobility and decision-making, connecting with wide receiver Emir Smith-Marsette for a significant gain. This play highlighted the Chiefs' depth at the receiver position and Buechele's ability to extend plays. Key play, Buechele's scramble and touchdown dive, showcasing his athleticism and willingness to put his body on the line for the team. Bears' defensive response, Chicago's defense came out strong, particularly in the run game. They stuffed a 4th and short attempt by the Chiefs, demonstrating good gap discipline and tackling. This stop gave the Bears excellent field position and momentum early in the game. Bears' offensive flashes. The Bears' offense, while inconsistent, showed flashes of potential. Quarterback Tyson Bagent connected with wide receiver Tyler Scott for a first down, showcasing the chemistry developing between the young players. This connection could be one to watch as the regular season approaches. Special teams impact. Both teams emphasized special teams play, with several notable returns. Chiefs returner Mecole Hardman had a big return, demonstrating his speed and elusiveness. This play underscored the importance of special teams in field position battles and potential game-changing moments. Defensive standouts. The defenses for both teams had their moments in the first half. The Bears' secondary, in particular, made a significant play with an interception by Macon Clark in the red zone, thwarting a promising Chiefs drive. This turnover highlighted the opportunistic nature of the Bears' defense and the importance of protecting the ball in crucial situations. Second half developments, Chiefs' ground game. The Chiefs' running game came alive in the second half, with Carson Steele leading the charge. Steele showcased his power and elusiveness, breaking tackles and gaining tough yards. His performance culminated in a touchdown run, demonstrating his potential value to the Chiefs' offense. Key stats: Carson Steele, multiple runs of 10 yards, 1 touchdown. Bears' aerial attack. Chicago's passing game found more rhythm in the second half. Quarterback Austin Reed connected with Tyler Scott multiple times, including a beautiful deep throw that showcased Reed's arm strength and Scott's ability to stretch the field. This developing connection could be a valuable asset for the Bears' offense moving forward. Rookie performances. Several rookies made significant impacts in the second half. Tyler Scott, Bears WR multiple receptions, including a long gain. Terrell Smith, Bears CB solid coverage and tackling. Rashee Rice, Chiefs WR showed promise in the passing game. Defensive battle. The game turned into a defensive struggle in the fourth quarter, with both teams' reserve units battling for roster spots. The Bears' defense, in particular, stood out with key stops and a pick-six by Macon Clark, turning the tide of the game. Key play, Macon Clark's interception return for a touchdown, showcasing his ball-hawking skills and ability to change the game on defense. Key performances, Chicago Bears, Tyler Scott, WR multiple receptions, demonstrating potential as a deep threat. Tyson Bagent, QB showed poise and accuracy in limited action. Macon Clark's interception in the red zone, pick-six in the second half. Roscoe Johnson, RB solid runs, showcasing potential as a complementary back. Kansas City Chiefs, Shane Buechele, QB mobile and decisive, scored a rushing touchdown. Carson Steele, RB impressive runs, breaking tackles and scoring a touchdown. Emir Smith-Marsette, WR made key receptions, showing chemistry with Buechele. Mecole Hardman, wide receiver/kick returner explosive kick return, demonstrating his value on special teams. Coaching decisions and strategy. Bears' offensive approach. The Bears coaching staff seemed focused on evaluating their young offensive talent. The frequent targeting of Tyler Scott and the involvement of multiple running backs suggest a desire to assess depth and identify potential playmakers for the regular season. Chiefs' defensive rotations. Kansas City's defensive strategy involved frequent rotations, particularly in the front seven. This approach allowed the coaching staff to evaluate various player combinations and assess depth across the defensive line and linebacker core. Special teams emphasis. Both teams placed a strong emphasis on special teams performance, with multiple impactful plays in the return game. This focus highlights the importance of special teams and roster decisions and game planning for the regular season. player insights, roster bubble perspectives. The transcript provides insight into the mindset of players on the roster bubble. Many of these athletes, some of whom have been on practice squads for years, view these preseason games as crucial opportunities to showcase their skills, not just for their current team but for potential opportunities around the league. Coaching staff evaluations. The game commentary touched on the thorough evaluation process conducted by NFL coaching staffs. They noted that coaches and scouts pay close attention to how players perform in practice as well as games, looking for consistency and improvement over time. Rookie watch. Several rookies made significant impacts in this game. Tyler Scott, Bears WR showed potential as a deep threat and reliable target. Rashee Rice, Chiefs WR demonstrated promise in the passing game. Terrell Smith, Bears CB solid coverage skills and tackling ability. Wanya Morris, Chiefs OT held his own against NFL caliber pass rushers. Implications for the regular season. Bears outlook. The Bears showed promising signs, particularly on defense and in the passing game. The performance of Tyler Scott and the playmaking ability of the secondary could be key factors in their regular season success. However, consistency on offense remains a concern that needs to be addressed. Chiefs prospects. While the Chiefs starters saw limited action, the performance of their depth players was encouraging. The running game, led by Carson Steele, showed potential to complement their already potent passing attack. The defensive rotations demonstrated depth that could be crucial over a long NFL season. Roster decision implications. As the final preseason game, this matchup had significant implications for roster decisions. Bubble players, athletes like Carson Steele and Tyler Scott likely improved their chances of making the final roster with strong performances. Practice squad considerations. Players who showed flashes but may not make the 53-man roster could be strong candidates for the practice squad. Special teams impact. Strong performances on special teams, such as Mecole Hardman's kick return, can often be the deciding factor for players on the roster bubble. Positional battles. The performances in this game could settle close competitions, such as the backup quarterback battle for the Chiefs between Shane Buechele and Blaine Gabbert. Fan and media reaction. Social media buzzed with excitement over several big plays, particularly Macon Clark's pick six for the Bears and Carson Steele's bruising runs for the Chiefs. Bears fans expressed optimism about the potential of their young receivers, especially Tyler Scott. Chiefs supporters, while acknowledging the limited playing time for starters, were encouraged by the depth displayed across the roster. Local media in both cities focused on the performances of players fighting for roster spots, speculating on who might have secured a place on the team with their preseason finale showing. National outlets highlighted the game as an important step in evaluating depth for both teams, with particular interest in how the Bears' young talent might translate to regular season success. Injury concerns. The transcript mentions that multiple players were carted off during the game, including 2 for the Chiefs and 1 for the Bears. While specific details weren't provided, these injuries serve as a reminder of the physical toll of the NFL and the importance of depth. Even in preseason games, salary cap, and roster management, the commentary touched on the complexities of roster management in the NFL. General managers and coaching staffs must navigate not only player evaluations but also salary cap considerations, practice squad decisions, and potential waiver wire pickups from other teams' cuts. This multifaceted approach to team building underscores the challenges faced by NFL front offices. Conclusion: this preseason Week 3 matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs provided valuable insights for both teams as they prepare for the regular season. The Bears demonstrated the potential of their young offensive weapons and the playmaking ability of their defense. The Chiefs, while resting many starters, showcased impressive depth across their roster. As the preseason comes to a close, both teams will be focusing on finalizing their rosters and game plans for the regular season. The Bears will look to build on the promising performances of players like Tyler Scott and Macon Clark, hoping to translate these flashes into consistent regular season production. The Chiefs, perennial contenders, will be fine-tuning their approach and ensuring their depth players are ready to contribute when called upon. While preseason results should always be taken with a grain of salt, this game offered glimpses of what both teams could be capable of in the 2024 NFL season. The Bears, in particular, showed signs of progress that could make them an intriguing team to watch. The Chiefs, even with limited action from starters, demonstrated why they remain one of the league's top contenders. As roster cutdown day approaches, many players from this game will be anxiously awaiting news of their NFL futures. For some, their performances in this game may have secured their spot on the team or practice squad. For others, it may represent their last opportunity to impress NFL scouts before becoming free agents. The regular season is just around the corner, and both the Bears and Chiefs will be eager to translate their preseason experiences into on-field success when the games start to count. Fans in Chicago and Kansas City have reason for optimism, but as always, the true test will come in the weeks ahead. As the 2024 NFL season kicks off, all eyes will be on how these teams build upon their preseason foundations and compete in the high-stakes world of regular season football.